Trapped with nowhere to go, 19 firefighters die battling that huge wildfire in Arizona.
It is the deadliest fire for firefighters in 80 years. They were trying to knock out a fast-moving fire near Prescott, Arizona. The incident commanders say high winds blew wildly and 19 members of Granite Mountain hotshot crew were overcome by the flames. Adding to the tragedy, other firefighting crews can't get to the bodies of their colleagues because the fire is keeping them away.
Understanding that we also have a fire to fight, a large fire to fight, and as we take on those responsibilities, we look seriously and professionally inside ourselves, and the reviews of firefighters are going on moment by moment on the fire today, on what we can do better and how we can be better prepared for the erratic fire behavior that we're experiencing and the tough times that we know are ahead for us.
So far, the fire has destroyed about 200 homes and scorched more than 8,000 acres. Lightning is blamed for sparking the fire.
Well, news of that tragedy quickly spread to firehouses across the country, including those, of course, right here in Wisconsin. At
the same time, officials met this morning in the northwest corner of the state to debrief on a wildfire that destroyed more than 8,000 acres back in May. Our A.J. Bayapur talked with one of those officials earlier this afternoon.
The images from Arizona are horrifying yet familiar to Trent Marty. The Wisconsin DNR's Director of Forest Protection is in the northwest corner of the state Monday as officials follow up on the German Road fire that tore through Bayfield and Douglas counties in May.
My first thoughts goes out to the firefighters and their families in this tragic event.
Marty says what makes wildfire so dangerous is that crews have to keep track of so much more than the fire itself.
A wildfire is running through a natural environment influenced by the local weather conditions, local terrain, fuels that you encounter on the fire, and things in that regard. So there's a lot more factors involved.
Truthfully, at first, I thought, boy, that's got to be a typo, 19. That's got to be, someone must have misplaced the number or something like that.
North Shore Fire Chief Robert Whitaker doesn't deal with wildfires, but the news from Arizona still startles a man who fights fires for a living.
To see that number of people get overrun by that amount of fire is just, for me, unimaginable.
Marty says in the coming months, investigators will debrief in Arizona in much the same way crews are doing this week in northwest Wisconsin.
Unfortunately, there'll be lessons to be learned for the fire community in this tragic event also. And the fire community will look to those lessons and incorporate those into our training to improve as we go forward.
Whitaker says in the coming days, his department will try to reach out to some of the crews in Arizona and share their thoughts and try to help out however they can. In the meantime, he's encouraging his men and women to talk to each other about the tragedy rather than keep their thoughts to themselves. Mary, Ted?
AJ, thank you.